Will our bold peasantry go gently into that good night? I don't know. I don't have the answer to it. I don't know how much fight is left in America. The economic and political damage being done to our country by the corona catastrophe and the carefully cultivated communist riots under the guise of civil rights is very extensive. But is there something more fundamentally important that has also changed? Yes, our culture. The America that we knew and loved is never coming back. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's my job to tell you the truth, not necessarily what you want to hear. We have to face life in a new America and try to make something livable out of it. Right now, it is not livable. Think about what we did last spring. Do you think it's not all coming back? What reason do we have to believe that shutting our society down won't be the new normal in the face of any threat, real or imagined? Had we put up any semblance of resistance to the insane edicts of Democrat governors, then maybe a chance for sanity would have survived, but we didn't. We rolled over and hid under our beds, the young and healthy alike with the old and infirm. Don't think that didn't send the message to every power-mad leftist politician in this country, of which there are many. Just think about Americans going about their lives in masks for most of all of the year. We all look like bank robbers or surgery interns. All these hysterical Americans wearing masks while bicycling or running in the park. Pure madness. We no longer treat each other the same way we used to. People don't embrace when they meet anyone. They don't shake hands. Personally, I've never been a handshaker myself, being a germaphobe, but most Americans were. Not anymore. The summer came, and our restaurants continued to go out of business because they weren't allowed to seat to capacity. Large summer events were canceled in advance because preparations for large events began months in advance. And America was shut down when the organizers needed to be preparing for them. America was a nation of independently owned restaurants, bars, cafes, hair salons. We rival Italy in that respect. That's over too. Those independent establishments that survived the first shutdown won't survive the next. But the big chains will. They'll be just fine on the billions in bailout money that the Trump administration was giving out through Mnuchin. That's convenient, isn't it? So prepare to trade in that favorite little corner pub or family-owned Italian restaurant for Applebee's or the Olive Garden. I'll pass. What about large sporting events, the movies, the theater, the opera? All these activities had one defining feature: sitting in proximity to your fellow American. Let's face it, the seats at the baseball game had you practically sitting in your neighbor's lap. Again, that's not been my cup of tea, but it was an integral part of American culture that's also gone with the corona wind. I have news for you. It's not just Trump that has a war on his hands at this time. It's all of us. We're at war to preserve our nation, our Constitution, and some semblance of our humanity. As I said in an earlier book, Trickle-Down Tyranny, economies can be rebuilt, armies can be repopulated, but once a nation's pride is gone, it can almost never be restored. We're going to need something much stronger than the quaint, old, conservative movement to regain our freedom and independence. This virus, the many left-wing riots, and our collective reaction to them was an invitation to all the enemies of both. The socialists, the technocrats, the globalists, and the deep state have seized the opportunity this crisis has presented. They have nonstop propaganda support from the media. This is what we're up against in our fight for America. Those words come from the opening to my book, which I don't have to tell you is called Our Fight for America. If anyone has written anything better, go buy their book. Don't buy mine. But I doubt you're going to find anything better.